It is that time of the week again, the Mandalorian time. And I mean, in general, a Mandalorian fan, a Star Wars fan, it is a good time to be one of them because Disney have announced a lot of great things. A lot of TV shows, a lot of TV series coming. Hayden Christensen, the one who killed the younglings. He's coming back to reprise his role as Darth Vader. It's going to be a much younger Darth Vader than we're used to. It's set not too long after the Revenge of the Sith. This one's going to be an Obi-Wan series. We heard about an Ahsoka Tano series. We've seen a new Clone Wars, the animation. They've got new movies coming out. We're hearing so much more, man. Disney Plus is going crazy, and that's not even to mention the Marvel side of it. It's all going to be absolutely mad. Um, but yeah, I think what has allowed this to happen is the Mandalorian. And you're probably thinking, what on earth are you talking about? Well, they have never made a series before. They've made a bunch of movies, a bunch of comics. I mean, they've had animated series, but never a live action. Mandalorian has come along and it has reinvigorated people's love for Star Wars. Because I mean, yeah, they feed a bit on nostalgia, but what makes The Mandalorian good in my eyes is it feels like a standalone story that fits well. Well, it felt like that before, but it feels like a different take on the Star Wars universe. The Star Wars universe is massive. It's a universe, it's a galaxy. Do you know what I mean? So there's so many different stories to be told, so many different ways to tell them, and The Mandalorian came on as a sci-fi western, introduced some old characters, done a lot for the story, the lore of Star Wars in general, and it's doing wonders. So the last two episodes are probably my favorite two. They are my favorite two out of season one and two. The first one we saw a Sakatano, which was crazy. Those videos have been posted already, so if you haven't seen them, go check them out. The last episode we saw the return of Boba Fett, the OG bounty hunter, the original descendant of the Mandalorian. We found out a bit about him. We saw some Grogu Force craziness happen. We saw a team up. We saw Boba get his armor back, and we saw some good action. And that's what I like. If one episode can blend all of that together, it's crazy. Even if they can't, like it's a whole series, they have enough time to explore things. But them two episodes with the action, with the backstory, the lore, the character development, brilliant. So I'm highly looking forward to this one. Grogu has been taken. He has been re-kidnapped by the Empire because technically Mando kidnapped him. So this episode, I have no idea what they're gonna do. I did read the description and it talks about an old foe. And I think last episode they mentioned Bill Burr's character. I cannot remember his name for the life of me, so I reckon they're gonna have to do some maybe a prison escape or something like that, or the marshal, I can't remember her name, she's going to pull some strings to get him out, and they're gonna use him to find Moff Gideon. So I'm really looking forward to this episode, and I'm just looking forward to Star Wars in general. If you like, please comment, subscribe, like the stuff. It means a lot. And yeah, I stream on Twitch as well. I'll be streaming Cyberpunk for a little bit with a bit of Call of Duty. So if you haven't followed that, please do. But without further ado, let's get into it. A lot of TIE fighters. It looks like an old Empire like scrapyard. Might see man like the guy from Jedi Fallen Order here.
Somebody gonna tell me what's going on here?
Let's go. I've got a job for you.
Inmate 346.
Just like that, she's got some new
He's
powers.
taking me.
Inmate 346.
Does he know? What? He's polished off his armor.
This other guy.
He polished his armor up. He's looking sweet. Hey, no. Boba Fett's looking wavy, fam, man. Polished these ting up.
Long time ago.
I feel like his armor's always been damaged, even from the originals. This is what I was saying before. I want to see a link up. I want to see a squad. Too long has Mando been getting betrayed by his teams, or I want to see him link up with the Mandem and roll squaddy. I need to see a team.
Plutonium, highly volatile and explosive.
Yeah. Kind of like this one, huh?
have anti-aircraft capability.
Ah, man's a comedian, but his jokes ain't landed in the series.
Let's go get a closer look. Besides, so once I get the coordinates, you guys gotta get me the hell out of there.
You get to the roof. I'll drop it.
Who do you think looks better in their armor, Mando or Boba? Or is it Boba? I don't know.
I'd like to take a road trip
Which one looks better?
here. That's not gonna work.
I'm sorry, yeah, them helmets are useless. You know when you wear like your bike helmets or something like that, I used to smash my head into stuff because my head would be safe. You're telling me someone could elbow me and knock me out, what's the point?
Hey, how's it feel? Huh? Hey, come on, man. You still get to wear a helmet, right?
You know what, yeah, this actually kind of humanizes the stormtroopers and all the Imperial guys because they are actually people beyond the mask. Like, they are actually people. Most of the workers in Imperials have masks anyway, so they just seem like faceless dons. What, they got families, you know, they got lives. That's just their job, they get paid. The training must be dead because they don't hit shots, but...
Look, if you were born on Mandalore, you believe one thing. If you're born on Alderaan, you believe something else. But guess what? Neither one of them exist anymore.
Nah, he's absolutely right, man. All it is just a battle of beliefs. One person believes something, another person believes that, and that's it. Someone's gonna suffer at the end of the day. Someone's gonna be on top because the way these go, there's always like some hierarchy that gets established. So it doesn't matter who rules the galaxy, someone is ruling the galaxy, you know what I mean? Ooh. Ah, no thank you. Mando's too cold, man. Mando is too cold. Thing is, imagine stormtroopers or Imperial troopers were just this strong anyway. I mean, it's not like implausible that they could be. And surely they have like, the Empire has a big enough budget to train these man. These man couldn't aim for shit. I feel sorry for the actor, man. He's the same guy that played the Viper in Game of Thrones. Oberyn Martell, the sickest character. Like, in this thing, he just has to wear a mask, like, 24/7. Look, they're just regular people, man. Like, they're just regular folk. Probably they have been brainwashed, but damn, it really gives them humanity. Even though they're working for an empire that likes to dead off bare man, but I can't lie, the Republic has killed probably more than Empire. No way. Is he gonna back it off? Oh my days, he backed it off. Oh my days, he actually backed it off. The way's over. This is not the way. Bro, they said if anyone, or I guess that's his like little version of it, but unless he plans to kill them all.
How about a toast to Operation Cinder?
Now there's a man who knows his history.
I've had to pause it there one sec because I wanted to speak. So Bill Burr obviously was speaking to him in the transport system about his helmet and like basically the two factions, well, many different factions, many different beliefs. You know, you and Stormtroopers both wear a helmet. Like, what's the difference? You believe one thing, someone in another city might, or another planet might believe another thing. Alderaan, that was it. So I think like he's actually thought about that, and even though he had his helmet on at the time, you can still, that it's directed so well, you can still get the sense that he's thinking about these things in it. So if someone's talking to him, he's not just staring outside the truck with no thoughts. He's actually thinking, what's this guy actually saying? But he's actually put the child in front of his way, his Mandalorian way, the Watcher's way, whatever they call themselves, and he's taking his helmet off because at the end of the day, he's wearing a Stormtrooper helmet. Like, he's removed his Mandalorian helmet to save this child. Like, he's crossing boundaries. Like, he really cares for this child now. Like, this is mad. Like, this is actually mad. And I guess when he met the other Mandalorians, the one that sent him to Ahsoka, he realized, yeah, like maybe they're Mandalorians, they're official Mandalorians. Like, they're no different to him technically. He's just part of a smaller cult. So just because they take their helmet off doesn't mean they're any less Mandalorian, you know what I mean? Um, and then it kind of mixes towards Boba Fett as well. Boba Fett is a man making his way through the galaxy who is a descendant of a Mandalorian, and even Django took off his helmet, just done what he wanted. But you could tell, and I always felt right, even from the first season, Mando or Din Djarin, whatever they call him now, he always seemed like an outcast to the Mandalorian watchers. Like, remember when he met the Smither woman? She was a Mandalorian as well, and like the other Mandalorians were kind of teasing him. He just always felt like an outcast, like he just does his own thing. So it kind of makes sense that in his time of need, something like this, he would actually back up his helmet. Like that's mad.
No, I don't just know it.
To the Empire.
Mad. Oh, he's an idiot. Oh my days. Look, he's just talking about killing 5,000 people and he's just got a murked 6. I mean, 6 ain't as much, but still.
South wall, halfway up.
Got him.
Why am I lying there? Oh no.
We got company.
Hey Boba, I want him to drop the you know the sound bombs. The one he used against Obi-Wan. Wait, is that it? That's it there, isn't it? I called it. Alright, jeez, I called it. That's exactly what I was talking about. That is exactly what I was talking about.
He means more to me than you will ever know.
That's the line he said on him. That was The Mandalorian, Season 2, Episode 7, Chapter 15, and what an episode it was. Brilliant. The past 3 episodes have just been amazing, from Ahsoka Tano to Boba Fett to the return of Bill Burr. But what makes this episode stand out, especially compared to last week's episode, was more the discussion they had. You know, it wasn't so much about the action. I do like action, but this one was more about opposing ideologies, opposing beliefs, like different perspectives. And even though I am an action man, I think the best stories and the best media is coming when, you know, you have 2 different opposing ideas, or 3 different, or even 4 different opposing ideas, and you explore that. You know, we're so used to seeing black and white films, as in good v evil. So in Star Wars, the Empire and the Sith are just seen as evil, and the Republic and the Jedi are just seen as good. But it's so much deeper than that, because even the good sides display ignorance or commit atrocities or do things that like blur the lines between good and evil. And this one really explored it. So Bill Burr, like, they had a discussion with Mando, as you've seen, and you know, that whole perspective of, well, at the end of the day, we're all the same. Like, whether you're born on Alderaan, whether you're born into the Imperial system, like, you're all humans, or you're all species, or you're all just people, or whatever species. Like, you're all just a being. You're all just the same. You know, you've just been taught differently. So your way might not be the right way. There is no right way. It's just how the collective sees it. So whether you wear a Stormtrooper hat or a Mandalorian hat, you're just the same underneath, you know, the same, really and truly. And I think that's important to explore, because it blurs the line and it really humanizes a lot of characters. So for one, the Stormtroopers and the Imperial officers, normally they are faceless, so they have a mask on. But it just lets you know that it's still someone under that mask, you know what I mean? They still have a family, a story, a backstory, a life, a future, whatever. They are still somebody. Just like Bill Burr, like, he was in on the Imperial side, and he saw 10,000 people die just like that, and it didn't resonate with him. It didn't stick with him. Like, he had, well, for one, he had sense of morals, but he realized that the Empire is wrong. But at the same time, he's not with the Republic. You know what I mean? He's just his own man, because at the same time, people see the Republic as the same person as the Imperial. So it's like when he went past the the camp when he was driving the truck of the Rhydonium, and he said no matter what it is, Empire or the Imperials, sorry, the Empire or the Republic, they're still the same. You know, they still see them as the same. Yeah, they might be fighting for peace, but they're doing that by establishing order, and it just obviously not working. And that little political discussion is brilliant. The fact that they can dedicate one episode to that, brilliant. I also like the fact that it resonated with Mando, with Din Djarin, and even though he didn't show his face at that time when Bilbo was talking, you could still sense that he was taking it on board. Like even though he was just looking forward, he was still taking it on board. And for him to back off his mask, like, wow. Think about it, right? Anyone else has backed off the mask, he's been like, give me the armor. Where'd you get the armor from? You ain't a Mandalorian. But now he's realized he's seen Boba, he's seen the Death Watch guys from a couple episodes back, and he realized, okay, raw. Like, what boundaries am I actually willing to cross to get this child back? These men are official Mandalorians, like Boba Fett's Jango Fett flipping fought in the war. They're Mandalorians. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm clinging to this way, but how important is it? I've just been willing to take off my mask to put on a stormtrooper mask. As Bill Burr said, is it if they see your face or is it the Mando mask? And I just like the fact that his character has progressed to this point where he don't really care anymore about who sees his face. He's getting his child back. And it's been coming. I didn't think they would show it like that, but they did. And yeah, it's brilliant. Like I said, top 3 episode. Thank you for coming in and watching. Next week's episode is going to be the final, so it'll be the last of this little series here. But I do plan to react to some more videos. I have Cyberpunk video out, which I'm going to be playing through. I'll be streaming on Twitch still. So thank you for coming. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe. Boom, I'm out.